Long ago, in a world that had gone wild with wickedness, darkness danced on every street, and people lived like tomorrow didn't matter. Chaos was the norm. Violence, lies, and greed filled the earth, and it broke God's heart. But in the midst of all the madness, one man stood out like a bright light in a dark alley: Noah. He wasn't a warrior or a king. He didn't wear fancy robes or command armies. But he had something the world had forgotten: faith. And then God spoke. "Noah, build an ark, a massive boat. I'm about to wash this earth clean." Can you imagine the look on Noah's face? Build what now? A ship in the middle of dry land when there wasn't a single cloud in the sky? But Noah didn't argue. He obeyed. With hammer in hand and faith in his heart, he began building the ark, plank by plank, nail by nail, while the world around him laughed. Oh, look, there goes old Noah building his imaginary boat. But Noah kept working, kept trusting, kept believing. Years passed. The ark stood tall, a monument of obedience, a floating fortress of hope. Then it happened. The sky grew dark, the clouds rolled in. Rain, not just a sprinkle, a downpour. The heavens opened, and fountain burst open from the ground. The same people who mocked now screamed for help, but the door was shut. The flood came. 40 days and 40 nights, the waters rose and the world was wiped clean. But inside that ark, Noah, his family, and every kind of animal were safe, riding in the waves of God's mercy. And when the rain stopped and the waters began to recede, the ark rested on Mount Ararat. Noah stepped out onto dry ground, into a new world, and the first thing he did wasn't to build a house or claim land. He built an altar. He worshipped. And then came the sign, the rainbow, God's promise that never again would he destroy the world by flood, a covenant of mercy, a bow in the sky to remind us that God always keeps his promises. Moral of the story: in a world that doesn't listen to God, stand like Noah. When no one else believes, hold on to faith. Obedience may look crazy at first, but it becomes salvation in the storm. And after every flood in life, God sends a rainbow, a new beginning.